Come with me. Hail Mary. Oops. Sorry, my bad. Wrong Hail Mary. Welcome back to AR Movie Memos. And today we are diving into the brand new science fiction film project Hail Mary, starring Ryan Gosling, based on the novel of the same name. And let me tell you, this one right here, it's got heart, brains, and surprisingly, a wholesome alien friendship that might steal the whole movie. Now in the film, we follow Ryan Gosling's character, who is Ryland Grace, who wakes up alone on a spaceship with no memory, no clue what's going on, just vibes and panic. But slowly but surely, his memory starts coming back and he realizes he's on a mission to save Earth. No pressure, right? Now, just getting straight into the review, tell you stuff that I did like. The main person that I liked in this film is the star, Ryan Gosling as Grace. You really care about him in the film, and you feel invested in his character. He brings humor, emotional weight, suspense, and that confused teacher in space energy. Watching him slowly piece everything together, who he is, why he's there, and what he has to do, keeps you locked in for the film for the most part, I believe. And then especially when he gets introduced to his sidekick in the film, and that would be the MVP of the movie, at least to me, would be Mr. Rocky. Rocky is a spider-like, rock-skinned alien engineer from another planet, and somehow becomes one of the most lovable characters in the entire film. Some of the best scenes in this comes from them trying to communicate with each other, with that learning curve, learning each other's language, solving problems together. It's funny, it's awkward, it's smart, and honestly, it's kind of emotional too. You really start rooting for the both of them as they're trying to complete their goals of not just saving their worlds, but just saving the universe itself. Another thing about Rocky that I like is the CG that they did on him, and it looks like they used some practical effects in some scenes, but I like how smooth it looks. It's very unique and actually feels alive. Very different type of alien that we've ever seen in a film, especially, compared to the little green man or some type of humanoid alien that we see in most films like this and just things of this nature.
Teacher in space. Question.
No.
Don't like that voice.
Can't unhear it, really.
Scary.
Let's try this.
Ooh.
Nope.
Why
Nope.
school teacher
No
in
need.
space?
No need to even continue. Good. Nope.
And then also with Rocky's spaceship, the environment that he lives in, and it feels grounded and believable enough for the film, and they do a good job of presenting it, especially when it comes to Rocky and Grace have to go into each other's ships and their environments and have to learn from each other. To add on with the visuals, also want to talk about the sound. Very good sound design in this film when they're in space, and also just with the score itself. It hits with emotional beats and plays perfectly with certain scenes. It all comes together and creates a very unique movie theater experience. Another thing I like about this film is the science that's in it mixed with the science fiction. It doesn't talk down to you. It doesn't confuse you. You're actually learning while being entertained, which is a tough balance, but the movie does it well. Learning about the astrophase and then hearing the scientists and with Grace talk about it is very interesting, and even just got me wondering, like, is this even a real thing? The star-eating microorganism that consumes solar energy causes the sun to dim and threatening Earth with an ice age. Very frightening and interesting at the same time. if I say so myself. Now, with the good, we gotta talk about some of, I don't want to say the bad, but just the things that didn't work in the film for me. One of the things is the runtime. The movie is a little over 2.5 hours. It's not that it necessarily feels long, but you can feel it, especially when it comes to certain scenes. I feel like certain scenes are drug out a bit, could have been tightened up. Just go a little longer when they needed to. It just goes a little bit longer than it needs to, and it's not boring. It just does test your patience just a little bit when it comes to certain scenes and sequences. And there are many flashbacks that are in the film, and they are important, but they don't always hit as hard as they should. I feel like the magnitude of the mission should have been imposed a little bit more, and we needed more of the nuts and bolts of how everything was going to come together. It feels like there was more story here, and it doesn't fully land. Also leads to supporting characters that really doesn't get as much screen time as I feel like they should. And especially if you read the book, you will know what I'm talking about. Especially when it comes to the character of Eva Strout, who is being portrayed by Sandra Hüller in this film. Now, in the book, she's super sharp, commanding, no nonsense. In the movie, still solid, but toned down a lot. She doesn't quite have that same intimidating, unstoppable presence that made her stand out in the novel. And a few other characters that are either minimized or missing completely. And with my final thoughts, at its core, Project Hail Mary is a science-driven adventure, a mystery unraveling in space, and surprisingly, a feel-good friendship story. It's got humor, heart, and just enough tension to keep you invested. And its bond between Grace and Rocky. That's what's going to stick with people long after the credits roll. Overall, for my final rating, I gave it a solid 7 out of 10. Have a great performance, smart science fiction, emotional core, just pacing issues, and with a person like myself that has read the novel, just issues with some of the adaptation from novel to the big screen. But if you're into smart science fiction, character-driven stories, or just want to see one of the most unique alien friendships on the big screen, Project Hail Mary is definitely worth checking out. And hey, saving the world is cool and all, but learning how to talk to a alien rock using music, that's even more legendary if you ask me. Once again, thank you for listening to my review. Thank you for coming to AR Movie Memos. This your first time. Thank you for checking out the review. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, so that way you can stay up to date, not just with a review like Hail Mary, but all the other reviews coming out. And if you're into film, stay up to date with movies, television shows, and things within the news cycle. And this is AR Movie Memos, and I'll see you guys on the next review.